Ooh. Andreas, I didn't think you were coming to this. Oh no, says Peter. Hello everyone and welcome to the wonderful world of Pentiment. Now, the last episode was all about shedding more light on who the Baron was. And my Baron Rotvogel wasn't a decent man, although appearances would tell you so, as we were fooled the first time we met him. But yeah, speaking with his wife Matilda and the prior, and uncovering some more clues in this investigation we are on, he does point out that he wasn't really a decent man and had a lot of enemies. That complicates things a little bit for us, because we're trying to save Brother Piero here, and we are, we're fighting the clock. I think there's only like 19 hours or so until the Archdeacon will come and will take over the investigation, and we have to have a name to point a finger at by the time he comes. But yeah, about the Baron, Matilda spoke about being assaulted by him because she refused his advances. His wife spoke about his infidelity, the fact that she loved him, but they weren't friends, and which I found a little bit peculiar. Also, the way he blackmailed prior friends and so on. And we had a little tete-a-tete with the prior, and we exposed, we told him what we found until now. All the clues. So we've met with Sebat. Let's see. Andreas, I'm sorry about what is happening to Brother Piero. I do not know him well, but I find it hard to believe he could have killed the Baron. Well, same like everyone. Well, not everyone, but still, the majority. Do you have any idea who might have done it? Did you see anything? Sadly, no. Most mornings I spent my time reading in the courtyard, but the rain made that impossible. And although the brothers are friendly, I do not know them well enough to speculate. I'm sorry. I know it might be far from your mind, but have you considered my offer to eat with you and townspeople? Oh, the Gospel says that man cannot live on bread alone, but from time to time a little bread is required. Fair enough, yeah. I don't know, should I take him on his offer? Maybe yes. You never know what you're gonna find out, right? Yeah, okay, let's go with it. Of course, I'll talk to Gret and see who she wants to come along. Where should we meet you? At the shrine to Saint Moritz. I'll see you there. Until then. Okay. Oh my, Andreas. Yes? Are these all of the mothers from Tossing and their children? Looks like it. The smile on his face. Well, no, I don't think it's all of them. Gret. Helena, Bavarian couldn't make it. It's a long walk up here in her condition. Right, yeah. And Hedy said Hans was too big for stories. Stories? Look at his face, he's so surprised. Oh no, I have to talk to these people. Oh, what I'm gonna say. Oh, come on. Man with your experience and, you've seen the world, you've traveled. There's always... No one has better stories than a person who's seen the world. Come on. You know what I mean? I mean, that's from my experience at least. Stories of your homeland? Berthold. I like stories. Marie. Yes, maybe a little too much. Ha! Alright, I can tell a story. But first, let us pray together and eat. This is so cool, so wholesome, to see all the kids and the mothers, because in that time, you probably have very little when it comes to entertainment, right? Especially when you see someone coming from so far away, you would be curious, right? Now, let's go on with the prayers. Oh Lord, thank you for bringing us together as you brought Jesus to his disciples on the road to Emmaus. With the breaking of bread between us, let us recognize each other as Christians and rejoice in our salvation through you. Amen. And everybody says amen. And I thank you and your husband for this bread, Gret. Oh yes, fresh bread, I can imagine. Although the recipe is very, very different to what bread is today. Because, you know, when you say bread, everybody's probably, at least in Europe, at least where I'm coming from, they're used to this soft white one, which is absolutely shite. Lately, I've been very careful with the bread I'm eating. I'm not eating as often, but still, you know, I moved on to wholemeal sourdough, stuff like that. But, yeah, I bet it was very, very different. And it depends also on the circles, you know, where you share it. Aristocracy, you know, higher level, they would eat probably higher level food compared to, you know, the pleb. Now, let's get on with it. My Ulrich always says that bread brings people together, and it's true, still to the day. Yeah, let's not sour the mood. I missed this when I was in Basel. Select the food to eat. So we have almonds, cheese, classic, and rye bread. I'm gonna start with the almonds. Brigitta is asking, they don't have bread in Basel? Wolf, wah! Berthold, where's Basel? Marie, over the mountains west of here. You've been to Basel with me and Dad when you were in my belly. Well, you wouldn't remember that. What? He says. But again, not it's white bread. White bread, does he not? Says Sebat. Well, I'm not surprised he likes that shitty white bread. I'm sorry if you like it as well. Yes, the finest wheat is used for the abbot's bread. Yeah, this is exactly what I meant earlier. You know, it depends who you're breaking the bread with, because if you go with higher society, you'll probably eat finer bread. But if you eat with the plebs, you'll probably end up eating bread that's been done, I don't know, during the harder times, even with sawdust and stuff like that in it. So, yeah. You see how times have changed now. We don't like white bread. Although the white bread that we're serving today probably will be a lot more different than the one served in the past, because this one has a lot of additives and so on and so forth. And here I am boring you about bread. Paul, why? The abbot is a very important man, Paul, says Elsa. Sebat, we have a bread in my home that we call Injera? How do you pronounce it though? We make it thin, round and wide, and we put our food on top of it. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. It doesn't have... How do I... We eat it with almost every meal. No, let's redo that. We eat it with almost every meal. As you love the bread of your home, so I miss mine. Okay, more food. Let's eat some rye bread. Bread. Oh, what's the recipe? Maybe we could make it. Thank you, but no. We use a fine grain that does not grow here, called teff. Oh, this is very interesting. When I'm going to edit the video, I'm probably going to look into it and research a little bit, because I love to look into stuff like this. Yeah, let's put a little bit more positive spin on this. Surely someday you'll go home and can have your fill of it. God willing, yes. But then perhaps a day will come when I miss the rye of tossing. Well put. I like the way he speaks. It is the great danger that comes with the blessing of travel, living a life between worlds. You know what? This is so amazing. Why am I saying this? Because this is exactly how I feel. It's getting better now because I've been in the same place for more than a decade. But before that, I've been traveling a lot, and I was living a couple of years here, a couple of years somewhere else, and so on and so forth. So much so that I kind of lost my roots, and I stopped identifying myself with the country that I was born in, you know, if it makes any sense. And I thought of myself as a man of this world, you know. The traditions that once were holy, let's say, although I'm not a religious person, to me, I lost the need to follow them. You know, so closely. Sometimes I miss doing some stuff and I kind of, you know, I refer to that and I do it, but it never lasts. And I always find myself longing for pieces from everywhere that I've been, you know, if it makes sense. You don't belong to one place, you belong to the world. And I always save the best for last. Ship's milk cheese, yum. Bertold, I don't want to talk about bread anymore. It's so boring. He called me on it. I just said it earlier. Ursula. Brah. Marie, don't be rude, Bert. I did say I would tell a story. Children, have you ever seen a Bible? Anna. Father Tom. But yeah, Father Thomas has one. It's huge. Paul, my dad has one. It was printed in Bamberg. Bamberg? Huh. Very good. This is a Bible from my home that I brought to give to the abbot. Andreas, do you have a favorite story to illustrate from the Bible? These are all very, very interesting, actually. Kind of like the Annunciation when Gabriel appears to Mary. Even though I'm not religious, I think I've read the Bible at least 3 or 4 times. You know, I want to be in the know. Same with the Quran. Right, and other religious texts. But in this case, I think I'm gonna go with Adam and Eve at the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Yes, at the beginning of it all, the fall of man. The banishment from the garden. It is good for us to remember of what we lost in Eden. Now then, children, do you know the story of Jesus feeding the multitudes? But fish and loaves, yes. Anna, my mom and dad makes loaves. Oh, this is so cool. Man, I forgot this. The way how they, you know, they tell the stories from the books. They take us there, literally. This is so freaking awesome. Let's go. This is from our Bible. How we tell the story of how Jesus fed thousands from only a few fish and a few loaves of bread. I'm just gonna take a little time to take all of this in, and oh my god, it's so pretty. You can see the different colors, you know, they used in his homeland compared to Europe. Very different. An abundance of red. Red and yellow. Now, let's see. Oh shit, this is this is what I was looking, you know. I presume that's Jesus on the right in the middle, and I was finding it very interesting, the fact that they portrayed him just like them, on the color of their skin, which I believe is totally fine, you know. I'm curious what he's gonna reply. Anna, why is everyone brown? Sebat, because where I'm from, everyone looks like me. Why? Says, oh my god. Because we are all as God has made us. I know Athens is big to you, but the world is so much bigger than we can imagine. Yes. And many people of many different colors all over the world. There are places where no one looks like you or me. Really? Says Anna. Andreas, I know it's hard to imagine up here in the mountains. We're so far away from the sea. When I was in Basel, it was hard to imagine too. It's hard to picture things we've never seen. But Brother Sabat is right. The world is very big, but it's becoming smaller every year. Oh, right you are, mate. But Brother Sabat, did you know the Baron who was murdered? Oh no. There we go. We're going into this subject. Marie. He doesn't like it. Andreas, it came up when I was visiting the Druckers. Oh, is that look for me? I'm sorry, Marie. Let's apologize. There's nothing to apologize for. We can't shield them from the world forever. But still. We can. Having a daughter on my own, I do like to... I mean, I do try to shield her as much as possible. But at the same time, not as much as she will be unprepared when things like this happen, or when she will discover them on her own. But yeah, I do understand the sentiment, you know. I did not know him, but do you know the story of Lazarus? We all know it. Oh, Bert doesn't. No. Let's go back in the book. Man, I love these illustrations. It's about he was a friend of Jesus. He became sick and he died. Ursula, die, do. And a hat. What's going on? But Jesus brought his followers to Lazarus' tomb. He prayed to God, and when they opened the tomb, Lazarus emerged, returned from the dead. But Jesus can bring people back from the dead? Surprised. He can, but one day Jesus will bring us all back from the dead. Everyone who has ever lived and died will come together and be resurrected on Judgment Day. Well, I'll be screwed that day. Oh, leave my hat alone. She's just playing around. Say nothing. Don't be stupid. Come on. I love that. So cute. Paul, even the Romans, well, they were pagans, right? So he has a point. Yes, the Romans too. So that's why I said I will be there as well, right? If it ever comes. Oh, where is she going? Okay, he's surprised. It's about, why did you ask about the Romans? I saw one come out of their tomb like Lazarus, says Paul. Oh. What do you mean, Paul? Asked Elsa. Well, I think they might mention the, you know, the ghosts from the ruins, right? Well, the ruins below the mill, they're Roman, and they all died a long time ago. But I saw one come out the other night. They were in white, like Lazarus. Elsa, let's stop telling stories, Paul. And you shouldn't have been outside at night. Well, fair point. Sabat, Andreas, what does he mean? We saw it too. I'm gonna be honest, right? I think I have seen something similar the other evening. Sabat, what? Really? Where? The same place. By the Roman ruins. Maybe Paul did see a spirit of some kind. Sabat doesn't buy it. It's a very dire omen if that is what he saw. I will pray on this. Apologies for that, ladies, but thank you for sharing a meal with me today. I will be leaving for Rome soon, but I am glad to have spent some time with you and your children. Great, thank you, brother Sabat. It was wonderful. Don't forget to stop by the bakery before you go. I'm sure my husband will want to see you before you go. I will. God grant you all health. Same for you, mate. Thank you. Ah, okay. So we could have had our dinner with someone else as well. What's this? Brother Matthew maintains the shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for the pilgrims. Yeah, okay. We've read that before. But now we have to go back home to sleep. Okay, that will pass the time even more. I'll just have a round, you know, walking to see if anyone's up for chatter, and I'll see you then, guys. Oh, voice love. Oh, very interesting. Andreas, Christ, there you are. Uh-oh, what happened? Brother Voicelove, what's the matter? It's the Archdeacon. He's come early. With an entire retinue in tow. Oh my god. He's questioning everyone who knew the Baron and Brother Piero. I've already told him the little I know. He expects to speak with you tomorrow at nonce. He requested you specifically. Oh, shit. Who is with him? Several men at arms. A gaggle of functionaries and an executioner. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I'm not ready. I hope your prying has borne fruit, or Piero's neck will met the sword. I've done my best with the time I had. If only had a couple more days. Oh no. Whatever happens, Piero knows you've been working hard on his behalf, and he's grateful for it. Only, Andreas. What is it? It's just, you know as well as I do, the Baron was not a good man. I'm not saying he deserved what he got, just you think hard about what you tell the Archdeacon and who you tell him about. You understand? You're worried I told the Archdeacon what I heard of Sister Matilda? All I'm saying is, if in your searching you heard anything about her, I'd ask you to keep it to yourself. I'll do what I can to protect Sister Matilda from censure, but then again, that's all I would ask of you. Since Voicelove, I should return to Curacao. The abbot will be having a fit right about now. Well, he should. Be well, Andreas. I will pray for Piero's deliverance tonight. You should as well. Oh, shit. I'm not prepared for this. Okay, let's see. Now, Jacobesta, the Archdeacon of Freezing, has arrived at Curacao Abbey and will be questioning people connected with the Baron's death. He wants to question me in the chapter house at Nons. Okay. Let's see. We have Johannes Hans Bauer, son of Johann and Heidi Bauer, brother of Veronica. Hans is a quiet boy and reasonably well liked. He is not known for being particularly bright. Damn, that's savage. Oh man, there's high stakes for tomorrow, and I'm not ready for it, to be honest. There we go. Oh my god. They're all sleeping together, and I have, you know, a whole room to myself. I still didn't tidy up, did I? Yeah. Right, let's go to bed. It's getting late. I should get some rest. Or maybe can I stay awake and go investigate some more? But what can I do? Who should I speak with? I don't know about this one. Yeah, no, I'm going to sleep. Let's see. I love what the devs did here. You know, I bet they actually they were looking for us to feel unprepared, to not feel ready to point a finger. And I think this is brilliant. I'm curious if... Oh, wow. Haha, it does make sense. We do need to listen to the voice of reason. The voices of reason in this case. Oh, wow, what is this? Is that a maze? But yeah, like I was saying, I love what the devs have done here, you know? Because that feeling that you're not ready to point fingers at someone, realizing, you know, he brought an executioner, someone's gonna die if you do the wrong thing, and some innocent will end up losing his life because of you, right? I'm not sure if it's gonna work that way, if we have so much influence or not in this case, or in the in the lines of what I'm gonna say, it's gonna be that important. Will the game react to what I'm saying as being the main reason why someone's gonna end up losing their life? Or will the investigation that the Archdeacon will do be compared to mine, and so on and so forth? Very curious. But like I said, I love the fact that I can actually move around, right? Okay, Joseph, Andreas, when are you coming home? Yeah, like I said, I love the fact that I feel so unprepared for this in a way, you know? It's brilliant. Let's see. Dad, I'll be home soon. I just need to finish this commission for the Abbey. Good, says Joseph. But finish that masterpiece too. It's time for you to get on with your career. Yes, of course, says Andreas. You're not going to quit this like you quit university, are you? Says Joseph. Oh, shit. Haha. No, of course not. Good, says his dad. If it weren't for the work I did for the rector, you never would have had the opportunity. Oh no, well, are we picking his eyes out now? Come on, man. Most people never get a second chance after they throw something away like that. I will say nothing. We'll see you when you get back. Sure, alright. Thanks for reminding me, Dad. Oh, Sabine now. Hello. Oh, it's you. See, she looks, she's very comely, let's say. I only have the picture of you, the one my brother Daniel made. I really don't have any idea what you're like. I mean, we're gonna be shallow, that shallow, we're gonna ask if she's really that pretty. So, what are you like? Please don't imagine me telling you in your own mind. Oh, why? You'll imagine I'm wonderful, or imagine I'm horrible. She has a point. Nothing in between, right? Because this is what we do. Usually. Especially in a dream. It's at least I think, if I think about it, you know, it's always a happy dream or I'm having like a nightmare. There's no in between with me, at least. Either way, it's not fair to me, is it? She says. The real you? To none of us. She's right. Fair point, Andreas. I'll see you soon, Andreas. For real, I mean. Sabine says. I suppose that's true. Until then. There we go. I knew it's going to be the court. Right. Prester John. Welcome back, Andreas. It has been too long since you have graced this court with your presence. Apologies, Your Majesty. My mind has been preoccupied by a tragedy at Kersau Abbey. What manner of tragedy? The murder of a nobleman, a close friend of the Prince Bishop of Freising. See? Yeah, I remember. Religious and secular ruler of scattered territories in the Roman Empire, including the lands containing Tassing and Kersau Abbey. Interesting. He's a religious and a secular ruler. He has a lot of power. Okay, my friend Brother Piero is the abbot's only suspect. I know that he could not have done it. How do you know? Examine your assumptions, my son, says Socrates. In addition to having no motive and no violence, and violence not being part of his character, he's not physically capable of the act. I still think that anyone is capable of murdering someone that if they're unprepared. I mean, we did find some clues of how he died, you know, the Baron, but still, I've read a lot of news about people in their 80s, 70s, and so on, 60s, that they could easily commit a murder. So, yeah, and all sorts of murders, not just, you know, anyways, not gun-related, because that's easy to pull a trigger, I guess. I mean, not easy to kill someone, you know what I mean. The physical act of pulling said trigger. He's of limited strength and has a palsy in his hand that makes holding a paintbrush difficult. Oh, okay, cool. See, me and my big mouth. It's inconceivable that he would have the strength and resolve to kill the Baron with a blow to the head. I mean, yeah, it was a very powerful blow, isn't it? A whole lot of inconceivable shit happens on this hell of an earth, Andreas said. Saint Grobian. Well, he is right. This is what I was trying to say earlier. Oh my god. I'm playing Saint Grobian in this. Interesting. Will this shape the options that I will have when I'm talking to the Archdeacon? Although I agree with both... yeah, with both sentences, I'm gonna go with the first one just in case. I just don't believe he could have done it. There has to be a better explanation. I was wondering when Beatrice will join, and there she is. So what do you tend to do about it? When I'm brought before the Archdeacon, I'll tell him what I know about other people who had motives to kill the Baron. And there we go. Now we're gonna speak about Matilda, parents, and so on and so forth. Although... Ferenc is the main one. I'll give you guys a spoiler. That's my main, you know, suspect in my head. I have to believe he'll say there are much more likely suspects than Piero. Why have you taken this task upon yourself? Yeah, good question. So we have a game to play. Breaking the fourth wall. No, let's carry on. Well, at this point, I care less about the Baron. I'm not saying he deserves what he got, but with everything that was brought to light about him, I think it's more about Brother Piero at the moment. So I have to save Brother Piero's life. He has no one else to help him. Your love for and devotion to him speak well of your character. A man who is humble before his elders honors also his gods. Not necessarily. I honor elders because, you know, that's the reasonable thing to do. You don't have to believe in a god to do it, do you? You know? You can be a good person without believing in something. And any religion. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. Of course you'd say that, old man, says Saint Grobian. Grobian, I think it was, sorry. He's right though. If Andreas doesn't help him, no one will, said Beatrice. Exactly. I understand why the brothers and sisters cannot act against the abbot. But I must do something, says Andreas. Saying Grobian, why does the shit-for-brains abbot care about the death of a useless fart like Lawrence Rothvogel anyway? Yeah, he seemed very eager to get it over with, right? Accuse Brother Piero and that's it, move on. I mean, he explained why he doesn't like the archdeacon come in here, because they don't necessarily see the whole abbey in a favorable light, and so on and so forth. But still, yeah, this powerful people get upset when other powerful people are murdered. This could threaten the existence of the abbey. Yep. Oh no, the abbey. Who gives a damn about those hypocritical assholes, said Saint-Grobian. Beatrice, in any case, Andrea's ability to prevent Piero's death depends on the judgment of the Archdeacon. Well, fair enough, yeah. Wise or foolish, corrupt or just, the Archdeacon will be the first and possibly final arbiter of Piero's guilt, right? Jury and judge. Andreas must win the Archdeacon to his side using the tools favored by men such as him. Authority? Despite your talent, you are merely an artist. He has been invested with the power by the Prince Bishop of Freezing. Yeah, you have no authority with him. Wisdom then, obviously. Wisdom can be shared, but the audience may not comprehend it, of course, if the person you speak with is not on your level. You either drop down a notch or two, or else your message is not going to get across. Yeah, that's fair enough. But I love how they've done this. The voices of reason. It's so brilliant. I guess, I don't know if you guys do it, but I know I do it. I always go to court in my head and, probably have this chat on important matters, right? Is that normal? Am I being crazy or I'm steering that way? Let's see. Honesty? You must be honest in all things, Andreas, but many are not willing to accept the truth. Exactly, that's the point. That's the point. In this time and age, truth can get you burned at the stake, so... And the cost of honesty can be high. Reason, then. Ha! When's the last time you met a man who was truly ruled by reason, said Saint-Grobian. If reason, wisdom, authority, and honesty cannot triumph, what am I left with? Beatrice says hope. Saint-Grobian says lies. Socrates says the truth. And Prester John, above all, faith in Providence. Well, what do you plan to tell the Archdeacon, Andreas? I knew this was coming. There were other people in Chiesa and Tassing who had motives to kill the Baron. Sister Matilda was badly beaten by the Baron for resisting his advances. She almost died. Why was the Baron not punished for it? Well, it seems the Baron was beyond the reach of justice, at least at the time. Mother Cecilia sent Sister Matilda away at the Hermitage to recover away from the rest of the nuns. How did you come to this understanding? I crept into the Abbey's library after dark and investigated the nuns' admittance records to learn the sister's name. Once I knew the name, I confronted Matilda and she admitted what happened. You risk a great deal by trespassing in the library. Right. Andreas might have seen the monks and nuns fucking scandalous behavior, and we actually did. He's right on that. Beatrice, Lawrence couldn't get this way with a nun, and he almost killed her for it. I wish I could say it's surprising. Socrates' Sister Matilda's motive is a powerful one, but by what means might she have killed the Baron? She may have hit him with a shovel. This is so so beautifully constructed, right? You have a review of everything that you've investigated until now, and you bring it to light just in case, the player forgotten about it, just in case you omitted any details, right? And you went through the dialogue too fast. Now you get maybe a second chance to analyze it altogether with the help, right? As from the voices of reason, how I like to call them, and then maybe come to a conclusion towards the end. Let's see. Okay, I found the bloody shovel in the Covenant garden. She claims she used it to kill baby rabbits. Socrates, a plausible weapon to be sure. A shame we cannot confirm whether the blood on the tool belongs to Lawrence. Well, not in that day and age, or could they? Prester John, are there any others you suspect? Sorry, I need something to drink. I forgot, you know? In this game, there's so much talking. I always have to have a huge jug or a bottle of something around me. There we go. Let's see. Prior Ferenc feared the Baron would report his occult interest to Inquisitors. How so? Asks Socrates. Prior Ferenc and the Baron shared a fascination with the occult texts. The Baron was pressuring the Prior into performing a ritual for him while he was visiting Kirsau. When Ferenc refused, the Baron threatened to turn him into the Inquisition. How did you come by this knowledge? Again, I found written evidence. A letter from Ferenc to the Baron in which he discusses all of these matters. Prester John, it's a dangerous thing a monk dabbling in the occult. His very soul could be in danger. Saint Grobian, forget the soul. He could have been defrocked, excommunicated, even killed, all for a little curiosity. Better to stay stupid and ignorant, that's what I say. Beatrice, we are well aware. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this because I fully agree, especially for that time and age. I've read many of the same books Prior Ferenc has. Most of them are harmless nonsense. Prester John, that is not the position of the Church, who views these matters suspiciously in the best of circumstances. Well, yeah, you don't have to go to the Archdeacon and say, yeah, well, I've read those books and that's what I think. Right, Andreas, I also find the cipher that the Prior had left on his desk in the scriptorium. When I deciphered it, the message pointed me to a freshly disturbed grave in the cemetery. I convinced Otto Zimmermann to dig up the grave in question. It looks like he hid the murder weapon there, right? Or the tools that he used to do the occult, or both things can be true. What did you find inside? Asked the Prester. Occult tools that Ferenc has hidden. Why hide them, and why leave the note? I suspect he hid them in case the Baron made good on his threat to summon Inquisitors to Kirsau. Yep. As for the note, I'm not certain. Prior Ferenc feared loss of his status, his life, and even God's grace, said Prester John. Socrates, men have killed for less. How might the Prior have accomplished the deed? He may have killed the Baron with a silver rod, yeah, because it was bloody, right? Andreas said the Prior used it in performing his rituals, and there are traces of blood on it. If that was the weapon, it has a certain dramatic property at least, said Socrates. But yeah, but that blood could as well be, of the Priors, right? Prester John, it will be challenged to condemn the Prior for murder, but if that is where the evidence leads, the Archdeacon should see the wisdom in it. And also, Ferenc could also have access to the location a lot easier than, for example, Matilda, right? So, yeah. Are there any others you suspect? I found no other suspects, yeah, because I didn't went into detail with the Widow, with Lucky, yeah. I focused my attention on this side, on people that were really, really close to the Abbey. You brought a worthy mystery before this court, Andreas, says Prester John. I pray to God we have granted you the insight you need to face the coming challenge. Well, yeah, it's clear. Ferenc, right? Thank you, Your Majesty. I am prepared to meet the day, says Andreas. Beatrice, before you go, Andreas, there is one more thing to consider. Yes, you will be summoned to the Archdeacon to tell him what you know. But you need not tell him everything. I think I understand, right? But let's press the matter. What do you mean? She means you should only tell him about people you don't mind dying, said Saint Grobian. That's one way of putting it, said Beatrice. Socrates, there is a place for a noble lie. This is not one of them. Mate, a white lie always has a place. Everywhere. Beatrice, why? The Baron is dead. All of the people with a motive to kill him suffered, either directly or indirectly, from his wickedness, she says. Simply mentioning a name to the Archdeacon may endanger them, whether they had anything to do with the murder or not. Right, no point throwing everyone waist deep into shit, So, hey, Don't say anything about Matilda. Talk only about Ferenc, right? Prester John, I protest any attempt at deception, but you must ultimately follow your own conscience, Andreas. Little time remains before you must stand before the Archdeacon. Use it wisely. I have faith in Providence. I will do my best. I'll go with that. Until we meet again, Andreas, God be with you. And also with you, Your Majesty. And here we are. I still have a little bit of time, right? Before meeting him, so I have to get back to work. So I have to see exactly how I'm going to use this time. The same thing from Ursula. Let's see. Let's have a chat with Eva. Hello, Andras. Morning. I hope the day is treating you well. Well, enough. That there's too much to do and not enough hours to do it all. Oh, I hear you on that one. The storm made such a mess of the town, and there's the leaks in the roof at home, and there's an older wool. Wool? Lord, all that wool. What's this about wool? Not sure what the second word is. That the eaves? What? Are near to lambing. So we sheared them last week. I must have spent ages washing all that wool. Have you ever smelled wet, dirty wool, Andreas? Oh, there's nothing worse. Yeah, I did. When I was going for a couple of months every year to my grandparents, there was a lot of people having, you know, they were raising sheep, and oh my god, the smell, especially when the wool gets big. And you know, for example, imagine that you're wearing a sweater and you're doing some cooking or whatever, and you feel that smell goes in, and the layer of the fiber is not that thick. Well, imagine all that wool and where they sleep, how they sleep, and everything. It stinks. It reeks, man. I agree on that one. Now that it's clean, we got to spin it, and that takes an age all its own. Now, Lord, I don't know where I'll find the time. Okay, this is the part where we should offer our help, I believe. Come on. And I do remember spinning wool. I remember my grandma was doing it, you know. She had this fireplace inside the house, putting some wood on the fire, and during the winter I could hear that thing that spins. I don't know it in English, and that sound was like the best white noise to fall asleep to. It was just amazing. The heat next to the fireplace, you know, a cat or two around me, a dog. It was just pure bliss, man, you know. How happy was I, and I didn't even know. Surely you won't be doing it all yourself. Sometimes I forget you are from Nuremberg, Andreas. Clara, Hedy, Veronica, Kat, even little Ursula will be there. Though she makes mischief more than she helps. Of course she does. I'm still missing my hat. At least the work goes quickly with the women working together. Lively conversation help pass the time. Sometimes we even get visitors. There we go. I called it. Could I be a visitor? You're welcome to come. I'm sure the others would be glad of your company too. Oh, you're glad then. Johann Bauer will be there to keep an eye on us. Who's this guy? I forgot. Okay, okay. As long as you stay outside. I can't see what harm you visiting would cause. Let me read again about. I can't. I hate the fact that it won't let me to read it during dialogue. You know, to get into the journal. Anyways, Johann Bauer. I need to read a bit more about him. Okay, cool. So I have to stay outside. All right, count me in. I'm going. You know, gossip and all that. Come on. I'm pleased to hear it. Everyone will be glad to see you, and I always appreciate your company. Oh, hello. We meet at Johann Bauer's home. Come by in the morning or afternoon and speak to Johann. Okay. I should get back to work. It was a pleasure running into you, Andreas. See you later. The spinning bee. Ascend B. Interesting. And now let's have a little chat with Clara. I hope we see you at the spinning bee, Andreas. Oh, you're listening, eh? You're eavesdropping. I've not been dropping no ease. I think that was from the Lord of the Rings, right? Let's go outside. I do have time now, and I don't know what to do with it. Big York. Hey, Andres, you say hello to the girls today? I did. Eva and Clara. Who else, mate? No, I mean the chickens, Peter, James, and John. They like it when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under the breast. You named the chickens after the apostles. Oh, I won't judge them. This feels very judgy, so I'll go with this. Now, after some nice local flora, yarrow, eyebright, and campion would suit them well. I don't know those. Usually I just call them by their color. There's the yellow ones in the meadow, the purple ones. What I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witness Jesus' greatest moments of glory and his darkest trials. I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. Oh. I'm watching come across that. Come on, lads. No, we're not gonna make fun of him. Word of advice, don't mention that to anyone else, especially the father. It's fine, I get it. I'll just call them those flowers you mentioned from now on. Oh, man. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? Oh, we sell them to the Bowers. Who's that? Okay. Clara, yeah. Clara says we need the extra money for taxes, of course. The bloody taxes again. Anyway, I should get back to it. Until later, Andres. Until then. That was that. Let's see. Oh, he's da, has to say. Andres, that's it. Yo, Peter. God bless you. That's that, man. Okay, let's get out of here. There's John. Oh, Hedy is here. Veronica is already here. Let's see. Let's have a little chat. Andreas, I was just wondering when you'd turn up. The gaggle said you'd come to watch them spin. Between you and me, Hedy's not about to let you go once she's got you in her claws. What do you mean? So I hope you got a few hours to hunker down and get comfortable. Oh, man. Shit. Should I do it? Maybe I should follow Lucky about. Maybe I'm gonna find out stuff here. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm I'm happy to spare a few hours. Hedy'll be glad to hear it. She's got a fondness for you. Heaven knows why. Hey, don't be rude. Now, I can't let you inside among the unmarried girls. Being unmarried yourself. Oh, shucks. I even bumped the microphone. Damn it. But you're welcome to watch through one of the windows. You don't need to worry about me, mate. Good. I mean, maybe you should. Nothing matters more for a young woman than her reputation. And Eva and Veronica won't be getting a poor one on my watch. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Although, I kind of like Eva, you know. Okay, here we are. Look at me outside that window. That idiot never did see trouble. He didn't want to jump in feet first. What's he on about? Veronica. You don't think he's gone to Innsbruck? Should we butt in? Let's butt in. Let's be very curious today, right? I have to. Andreas, what are you talking about? Veronica, we were discussing my cousin Martin. Oh, the thief. Even though my mom says we're not supposed to. It's different when I do it, says Hedy. Johan, Veronica, don't argue with your mother. Veronica, that's not fair. Johan, and no backtalk. Keep listening, don't interfere. Veronica, sorry dad. Yep, when a dad, you know, thinks he needs to educate his daughter, you just shut up. It's his, even if it's wrong or not, you just butt out. Let's go. Hedy, anyway, I doubt Martin's gone to Innsbruck. That's small time to the little shit now. Oh. You think he has something more exciting in mind? Asks Clara. Cap, it's a big world. Perhaps he intends to explore it or escape. Yeah, I forgot about Martin and how he stole that stuff. And how cruel he is. His reputation is a very bad one. That nobleman was just murdered up at the Abbey. Oh, look at her eyes going all big. Martin picked an awfully convenient time to run off, says Eva. Cat, oh lord. Clara, Andreas was friends with the nobleman. Do you think Martin could have, you know? Let's pry on the matter. What motivation could Martin have possibly had? Clara, it's not our place to say it is. Come on, go on. Hedy, Martin has a nasty little habit. Cat, he's gotten better. Johan, once a thief, always a thief, I say. Yeah, we clearly saw him. Yeah. No, I'm gossiping all the way, mate. I'm all in. Come on. In real life, I tend to be a lot more careful with this, but here, for the purpose of, you know, not going there and just... I don't want to point my finger at Ferenc and find out he was innocent later on, you know? Although he's shady as F, but still. I saw Martin running away from the Abbey the morning Lawrence was killed. Poor cat. God, no. Eva, Martin might be a thief, but I don't think he's a murderer. He's a coward at heart. It didn't seem very craven to me. I mean... I don't know. Clara, you think it takes a brave man to commit a murder? Johan, not a brave man, but a bold one. And Martin is not that. Hedy, he's your problem, Cap. What do you think? Could he have killed that man? Oh, wow, what a question to ask. Veronica, Mom? Yeah, exactly. Johan, this is a matter best left to the proper authorities, not a spinning bee. Imagine being tried by a gaggle of peasant women. Oh. Eva, that's unkind, John. I mean, yeah, I mean, even if there were peasants and women to boot, that doesn't mean they're idiots. Come on, dude. Be better. It's the truth, isn't it? Doesn't matter if it hurt your feelings. I mean, the fact that it wouldn't be taken seriously, that's a whole different matter. In that time and age, I mean... Should I pick up a fight with this dude? I not necessarily a fight, you know, plating with words. I mean, if I push a little bit more, maybe they will give a little bit more. If I shut it down, then maybe that's the end of the subject and all these hours would be gone without bearing more fruit. Let's see. She's right, Johan. You're being unfair. Remind me, Andreas, whose home are we in? Oh, shit. Hedy, of course, she does like him. Oh, lay off him, Johan. Jesus. Andreas, if you're just going to stand around, how about I put you to work? If you're going to gossip with the girls, you might as well spin with them too. Oh, man. This is very interesting. What will that do for Andreas's reputation? I mean... You know, as a man back in that time, you know, do something that the women would mostly, I mean, only the women would do. I don't see even any elderly man doing this, so I think it has something to do with that, you know, gender-based action. Well, that chair was there, I guess. Yes, I know. I remember. This is the tool. I mean, it doesn't look exactly the same like what I was saying earlier, but it looks very similar to what my grandma would do. How does this work, Andres just? Graft wool from this stuff and twist it tight, then spin the tight yarn onto the spindle. That's it, the spindle. Oh, yes. Once there's enough yarn on the spindle, collect it at the bottom and begin again. Draft, twist, spin, collect, repeat. You'll figure it out. So, draft, twist, spin, collect. Okay, I might have to do this, so I want to do it right. Okay. Let's go. Draft, spin. Wait a minute. Draft, spin. I have to do it at the same time? Oh, there we go. What am I doing wrong? Damn thing. Oh, I've got it. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm still not allowed in. Damn. You know, I saw Big York talking to that nun again. Oh, the young one. Huh. Who can blame him? God damn it, Johan. Just jealous now. He says. Clara, he knows she's trouble. I told him to stay away. She's very pretty, isn't she? In a mean way, Veronica said. Clara, pretty perhaps, but a nun all the same. He knows better. Eva, when has that ever stopped Big York from doing anything? Hedy, we have plenty of pretty girls here in town. Oh, she's very jealous. My Veronica's not half bad. Mom? Johan, let's not give Andres any ideas, eh? Oh, he's protecting his daughter's virtue, isn't he? Oh, okay, gotcha. So I have to draft 3 times and spin, spin, spin. Draft, 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 spin, spin, spin. Collect. There we go. Now I get it. Brigitte has been spending a lot of time at her mother's house lately. Agnes is glad to have her home, and Loki's always treated her like a daughter, but I can tell they're concerned. Brigitte and Martin having trouble, Veronica. Veronica, that's one word for it. Brigitte does what she can, but nothing pleases Martin. He won't lift a finger for her anymore. Yeah, we saw that earlier, right? With the sheep, when they were all over the place. He's such an asshole, Johan. Well, that's not his business, is it? Woman's work and all that. Yeah, this falls in line with what I said earlier. You know, about the this gender segregation when it comes to certain jobs. Yeah. You ever seen him doing much men's work now? Can't say I ever seen him do much work at all. But perhaps Loki can talk some sense into Martin. He's always been a devoted husband and father. Cat. Loki Steinauer. How do you pronounce that? I'll have to look it up. Is the model of what a man should be. Interesting. So then, not a murderer, right? Oh, Otto's here. Is everyone behaving themselves in here? Veronica, oh, it's you. Hedy, afternoon, Otto. Come to see anyone special? Look at the smile on her face. Eva, hello, Otto. It's good to see you, of course. Also, I heard laughing from the road and knew you all had to be up to no good in here. And look, there's Andreas. Have you been minding your manners? Old Johan here is a real stickler for property. Let's be honest about it. I fear I've been yoked to the wheel of propriety my entire life. Otto, right? What was I thinking? You're probably going to take everything you hear to the abbot. Not necessarily. Johan, as if the abbot cares what the common people think. Andreas, the abbot's really not so bad. Well, I'm not sure. Otto, easy for you to say considering you're not subject to his whims. I don't really like the abbot, to be honest. Listen, you're a fine enough man, Andreas, but you're hardly unbiased. Yeah, well, I mean, come on. Who's not biased? Everyone's biased. Too much time listening to hymns, not enough time working, that's your problem. Oh, thanks. No wonder you're not married, Andreas. Otto, we all know you work hard in the field, Johan. No need to boast. Eddie, he works hard in other places too. Mom, says Veronica, damn. Paddy, you've been in town a few months, Andreas. Got any burning questions you've been meaning to ask? Let's start with the Abbey. About Kersau Abbey. Well, I mentioned the abbot has suddenly started raising taxes. Raising them and changing their terms, yes, Clara says. When Father Matthias was the abbot, he will let us pay a portion of our taxes in crops. Otto, naturally. The shit for brains abbot put an end to that this year. Even if our crops fail or produce less than we'd like, we'd still owe the abbey for the use of the land. Yeah, that's how it worked back then, right? You wouldn't own the land. We wouldn't be allowed to own the land, right? You have to pay your due. It doesn't make any sense. How can he raise our taxes when the prices for grains does not rise too? Where does he think the money comes from? He doesn't really care, mate. Otto, he doesn't think about the common folk at all. If it's not his abbey, it's not his problem. I don't want to defend him, but at the same time I wouldn't want to point a finger at the miller, but I don't have any other option. So let's go with this. What about the miller? Doesn't he have part to play in that? Johan, Lenhard drives a hard bargain. He won't give us a better deal just because the abbot raises our taxes. Put a face to that, yep. What we need is access to more land. Trying to bargain with Lenhard won't get us that. Lenhard is not a kind man, and he does not negotiate. But he might if you say no. If you carry a lot of debt, but his bargains are cruel. But we pay him even before the abbot, though. I'm not sure why. Cut good. Hedy, I have nothing Christian to say about Lenhard Müller, so I will say nothing at all. Good. Except I hope he falls into a fast-moving river during a flood and dashes his brains on the rock. Oh, wow. She's very loose with her tongue, isn't she? Jesus Christ, Hedy, says Johan. Veronica, can we talk about something else, please? Hedy, come on, Andreas. Surely you've got better questions than that. About Tassing? More gossip. Screw it. At this point, everybody will have this opinion of me, so let's go. The anchoress in the church. Do you know much about her? Oh, Sister Amelie. That's okay. My God, she doesn't look very healthy. You know her, Veronica? We're not dear friends or anything, but sometimes she has these fits, you know. Yep, I remember we were witnessing one. And if Father Thomas isn't there and I have time, we'll wait with her until he arrives. That's so kind. Hedy, since when? I didn't know anything about this. Ever. And Ah, and here I thought you just adore the church building. You're so funny, Veronica. Don't make it sound weird, Veronica says. She's nice and someone should be there when she's in pain, that's all. Yeah, she's totally right. Andreas, Father Thomas told me she receives visions from God. Cat, she has been blessed by the Lord. Hedy, I prefer my blessings to come in the form of golden. Golden? Golden, yeah, gold coins used as currency throughout Holy Roman Empire. So yeah, it's the other form of currency, right? Because the other one I think is groschen. But maybe that's more particular to Bohemia. Today is Czech Republic, I guess. She's been in Tassing for near on a decade, hasn't she? Says Andreas. Clara, since I was a girl, certainly. We've grown up with her in a way. Eva, the woman in the maze, it's like something from a tale of knights and monsters. Veronica, she's trapped in a box. I don't think there's anything romantic about that. She's right. I like how she thinks in this matter. To stay there with her, very, very grown up, let's say. And the empathy, right? Hedy, aren't you a little know-it-all? I didn't realize you were an expert. Oh my god. Why are you putting her down? I'm not sure I like Hedy very much. I don't know about you girls, but I'm sick of this war. I'm sure we all got other chores to get to. Let's see, are we done? Clara, I'm glad to have that over with. Now I don't have to think about wool for a whole year. Cat. Oh, I was having such a nice time. Well, you don't look happy at all. Poor cat. I certainly learned a lot, says Eva. Otto, care for an escort home, Eva. Ooh, look at the smile on him. Yeah. Eva, I like that, yes. Hedy, Johan, I expect everyone will be on their best behavior going home, yes? Clara, they always are. Eva, Johan, please. Clara, Andreas, will I see you home for supper? Yeah, I'm not sure. I have something to take care of before, but I'll try to make it. This was very limiting. No, that's not. You know, you point yourself like, oh yeah, I was here for the information, and that's all for the gossip. Now, thank you for the invitation, everyone. Hedy, thanks for coming by, Andras. Come back anytime. I bet you would want that. Johan, unless you come on Abbey business. Also, don't threaten him with a good time, Johan. Oh, damn. This is my last chance before visiting the Archdeacon. I should find someone to eat with. Who should I eat with, man? It's Hans. And then Johan, yep. Hedy, hey Andreas, do you have dinner plans? You should join us for a meal. Oh, wow. Oh, so it's now. Maybe another time. If you say so. I hope I can come back. I don't wanna... I don't know. I don't want to end the possibility, you know, of doing so. Yes. Okay. Let's go to commons, and this is going back to the get in the farm. Okay, let's go to town commons. Let's see. Sepp and his beer, right? I remember he loves his beer, man. Let's see. Andres. Hello, Andres. She doesn't like gossip. He wouldn't like that. Where should I go, man? Zimmerman house. We have old Otto. Oh, Otto's already home. Okay. Did you have dinner plans, Andres? Want to join me and Dad at our table? I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, no. Maybe another time after shopping. I'm sure I can come back. Right, I'll have a look around. I'll see exactly who else I can find to, have dinner with. And, of course, I'll resume when I make a decision on the matter. Let's see what Kat has to say. Hello, Master Mala. I'm sorry to cause you trouble, but have you seen Martin recently? He wasn't feeling well, so I let him sleep until prime. But when I came to check on him, he was gone. Let's see. I did see Martin running through the meadow, but this is a delicate situation and I'm not sure how I should handle it. The boy is clearly troubled. The people in town do not think well of him, and I know for a fact that he is troubled. He may very well have been involved in Lauren's murder, but if I tell Kat I saw him fleeing the abbey, she might think her son killed Lawrence. She might think I think her son killed Lawrence. Let's go with this one. That could cause her undue stress. I don't know who did it. This is the amazing part of how Act 1 was built here by the devs. You have a couple of people and you don't get time to, a couple of people with a motive, right? To actually kill him. But you don't necessarily get enough time to investigate all of them. And another part of the game that I love, right? Because there is the consequences of the time passing, which, is true to the real life. You can do a limited number of things in a day, right? Anyways, you have these people that have a lot of motives to kill him, and they are very ambiguously created this atmosphere where basically each and every single one possibly have done it, right? In my case, I have like 3 subjects in my head right now. Martin, after the spinning bee, I put Martin there as well. Matilda and Ferenc, right? But probably the widow will be there and Lucky as well, because they're mentioned. I didn't have time to go into depth on that part, but still, yeah. But I don't think there is a strong case against anyone. You have Matilda, you have a possible murder weapon there, but she says she's using that for bunnies. I did see bunnies about. They were not dead. They were pretty much alive. You have then Ferenc, that is a possible murder weapon, that rod. But then again, the blood on it could be from his own hand from doing that ritual, yeah. And also, even if, for example, if I put my finger at Ferenc and everything about that occult part comes to light, like I said, even if he doesn't, end up being guilty of the murder, he will still burn to this day because of that. Because those were the times. They burned Jan Hus. They almost burned Martin Luther. He escaped through a miracle, I think. They will burn Ferenc, I believe. He will burn. Those were the times. Maybe I'm reaching with this and I'm looking too much into it, but it does feel that way, I don't want someone to die, and be innocent, or because of those practices, because I don't agree with the church here, obviously. But it's funny, I was actually reading something on socials about Martin Luther. And even to this day, you have people in the comments call him a heretic, and they were very upset about him being mentioned and all. Can you imagine? Even to this day. The uproar, it's still valid for some people. It still exists. It's just mind-boggling for me to see that. But yeah, coming back to this, I love what the devs done here. They're messing with my mind. Even if it was Martin who killed Lawrence, I don't know where he's gone now anyway. Damn it, I wish I'd never seen him. I mean, Kat is a very troubled woman anyway, with dealing with her husband, with her kid. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna lie. I'm sorry, Kat. I haven't seen him. Why do you ask? Monty has not been home in some days. He has a history of making poor decisions. Yeah, I found out. Like stealing? Baron Rothvogel's manservant believes Martin may have stolen some of the Lord's rings. Lord have mercy, poor woman. There must be where he's gone to sell them, yep. Oh, Martin, how could you? Oh shit, I know I can actually accuse him like this. Do you know where he's likely to have gone? The last time he ran off, it was to Innsbruck. But I don't know. I don't know. He could be anywhere. What if he is attacked on the road? I'm sure he'll be alright, Cat. I pray to God that you are right, she says. I'm sorry, this is not your trouble. Thank you for speaking to me. Was there something else? I don't want to impose, but if you wouldn't be too much trouble, please let me know if you see Martin. I'm so worried for him. Of course, Cat. Thank you, Master Marlowe. Be well. Oh, I meant to ask. Would you care to join us for a meal? Perhaps another time, Cat. Of course. Take care, Andras. I got to be a woman of someone like that, you know, and your child to give you so much grief, and it's horrible. Hope my daughter won't put me through that. Oh, who's this? Go. Richard and Václav, yeah. Let's see what's going on. What? Huh. Haven't seen you around here before. Who are you? The executioner. Got a problem? Oh, shit. Name's Richard. If you care to know. Andreas Mahler. Right. What do you want? I was curious to meet the man responsible for the execution. Ha! Then go talk to the Archdeacon. I only swing the sword. It's not my head. It's not on my head. But don't you feel responsible for actually killing the guilty? Why should I? Besides, a few jars of beer and I forget their faces anyway. God, I could use a drink. Well, probably become an alcoholic. I'll leave it to it then. Right, let's have a little chat with Smoking. He shares my passion for gossip. Did you need something, Master Mahler? No, but thank you. Oh. Shit. Is he Václav? Hi, Master Mahler. Oh. They're not very friendly. Right, so that didn't work. Let's see. Maybe I should take this opportunity to have a little chat with Lucky, but he's not here. I mean, Agnes is here. Good day, Andreas. Did you need something? Oh. Yeah, of course, they didn't offer, so... Okay, I'll go with this. Maybe I'm gonna find out more about why Lucky is hating the Baron, although it's not gonna make for a very good subject, you know, while eating. I ate with you and Lucky. I realize we never shared a meal together. It would be my pleasure. Oh no. Are you hungry now? I'm ravenous. Thank you, Agnes. Let's eat then. Oh, there we are. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Oh my God, I feel so guilty. And we pray you keep safe the souls of the two innocents who rest at your side. They are dearly missed. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 Lucky, you're looking tired, Agnes. Did Elsa keep you up late? I don't mind it. She needs the support, and I'm happy to give it. Someone has to look after the woman of this town, and Werner hardly cares. Yeah, I remember Werner. He was such an asshole. Is Elsa the miller's wife? Married to Leonhard Müller, yes. I'm surprised you haven't met her yet. Did something happen to her? She's lost a child a few weeks back. Yeah, I think I remember something. They were talking about this. She was overjoyed when she finally quickened, but her bleeding returned soon after. Oh. Miscarriage. Oh, wow. It's been difficult for her, but she has been through it before. She'll make it through again. Wow. Oh man, I love trout. Farmer's bread and Schwabian ravioli. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? I'll start with the ravioli. She is strong in her love of Christ and in love of her husband, says Lucky. She does dote on him, though Leonhard hardly deserves it. Right? I've heard he's a cruel man who drives a hard bargain with the peasants. Oh, shit. I did not take you for a gossip, Andreas, says Lucky. Well, I am one. Deal with it. I'm curious about the town. Is that so wrong? Oh. Don't listen to my husband. He's far too upright and noble for his own good. Ah, that will be remembered. Spreading rumors is not Christian behavior, says Lucky. Well, neither is to hate on, I don't know, on your neighbor or whatever. Whatever the Baron was for you. Leonhard is cruel to his wife and the peasants both. There's no denying that. Take it as a caution, Andreas. Don't get on the miller's bad side. Oh, noted. The best thing we can do for Elsa is care for her as neighbors, like Christ tells us to. See, that's what I mean. She isn't the only one in Tassing who struggles in her marriage. Oh, even my Brigitta has her troubles. Oh, I mentioned Brigitta and Martin were having difficulties. Yeah, so Brigitta, oh wow. Okay, so she's their daughter. I was, you know, I totally forgot who she was, the daughter of, but like I said, me and names. Lucky, we should never have agreed to their marriage. She deserves better than that Martin Bauer, definitely. Definitely. She loves him, Lucky. And she had to marry sometime. What could we do? I don't know, wait a little bit longer maybe? I guess, you know, the time frame is limited, you know, until they become too old and then people start talking. I don't know exactly how it goes on this subject, on this part. And then, you know, maybe she starts messing about, losing her virginity, and then that's even worse. Found a man who isn't such useless shit. Yeah, fair enough. At least we got Wolf out of it. I'll make sure he grows up solid. He'll become a great stonemason. Just like his grandpa. And let's leave the fish for last. Now, why don't you tell Andreas about your work at the Abbey? You said you found something strange in the building. Oh? Strange how, Andreas asks. The eyes on him. Ah, that, says Lucky. I was repairing a cracked wall down in the crypt. The Abbey used to be a Roman fort, right? So it's no springhead. I bumped into a relief of the Virgin and a door slid open. It was the damnedest thing. Well, yeah, I think we've been there already. Yeah, I discovered the same thing. A fascinating architectural detail, to be sure. That old abbey's full of secrets. Make no mistake. Oh, yeah, we saw that. Anyway, stuck my head up through the trapdoor and one of the nuns screamed. You didn't tell me that part, said Agnes. I felt bad for scaring them, says Lucky. Okay. Don't think we're gonna find out anything in regards to the Baron, have we? Oh, let's be a gossip again. Ha! I doubt the sisters Dena minded. She's not exactly afraid of men. Well, she's the one talking to Big York, right? Ah, I probably should have knocked first. Never know what you'll find behind the closed door. Oh, amen to that. Speaking of work, I should get back to it. Still lots to fix after that storm, so we lost our chance. Okay. It was lovely having you, Andras. Oh, well, we didn't ruin their dinner, so that's good. Oh, okay. Take care, Agnes. Lucky. Thank you for your hospitality. Interesting. See you around the Abbey, I expect. Alright. Oh. Dum dum dum. I need to go to the chapter house to meet with the Archdeacon. I know. The big decision is here. Hold on. Can I have a little chat with Lucky again? Hello, Andras. Nope. If you notice, I pronounce Andreas Andres because my ex-wife is Hungarian. She had a friend called Andres, so that's how they said, and that's why it stuck with me that way. So, yeah. That's why sometimes, you know, I'm saying Andreas, and sometimes I go for the Andres way of saying it. Klaus. Hello, Andreas. Nothing. Okay, cool. Let's carry on. Let's go. Let's go to the Abbey. No, not first. Let's go to the middle. Margaret, Master Marla. Yes, it's me, sister. Do you think Brother Pierre or really murdered the Baron? No, of course not. No, let's go with this, you know. We're gathering more information. Do you? I don't know what to think. Father Abbot says that the devil sometimes enter men and makes them do terrible things. That's an excuse Father Gernot is using to justify his fear. Do you think the devil could appear here at Kersau? No, I think people see the devil where they want to see him. Oh my god, this resonates so much with me, you know, in real life as well. I met a lot of people like that. I didn't see the devil, but I think I smelled his odor. The night before the Baron was killed, I woke before Matins and I smelled something in our dormitory. Oh, it was strange. Moss and sulfur mixed with frankincense and roses. Very interesting. It moved through the room. I wanted to scream, but I was too frightened, and then it was gone. I'm ashamed that I didn't cry out, but I didn't know what to do. Did any of the other sisters smell it? Of course, if she's blind, she's going to have heightened senses, right? The other senses, including her smell. I don't know, but I think they were all asleep. Thank you, Sister Margaret. Very interesting to say that now. God bless you, Master Marla. Okay. Guy. Adok. Let's see. God bless you, Andras. What about this asshole? Good day, Andras. Okay. Ulrich. Let's see. God bless you, Andras. Nothing there. Chapter house. Ooh. What do we have here? What do we have here? Oh, wow. This is it. Please state your name for our records. Andreas Mahler, artist, recently of Basel. Really? What brought you all the way to Upper Bavaria? I heard the Abbey had some wonderful books. When I learned they had need of an artist, I decided to stay a while. Very well, thank you, says Jacob. Arnold, please write that down. I think we're ready to begin. Arnold, of course. Your reference. Is that a scribe? Jacob, now then, Master Mahler, what was your relation to Lawrence, the Baron Hrothvogel? I only knew him for a day, but we were on friendly terms. Do you feel you have a sense of him as a person? Yes, your reverence. How would you characterize him? Confident, overbearing, used to getting what he wants. Do you think someone would kill him for that? I'm not sure. Someone, perhaps? I will need more than perhaps. Someone had to have a reason. If not that, something else. Otherwise, it makes my presence here somewhat difficult to explain. Oh, don't be condescending, dude. The Baron Vogel was murdered here, in this very room. Someone did it. Father Gaynor believes it was one of his monks, Brother Piero. I have met with Brother Piero and questioned him at length. Well, it seems unlikely that a man his age and temperament could murder the Baron. He was discovered in flagrante delicto, in blazing offense, indicating an individual has been caught in the act of committing a crime. Yeah, that was very stupid of Piero, you know, to poke around with that knife. I don't know what he was thinking, but hey. Technically, he discovered the corpus delicti, but was not caught in flagrante delicto. Corpus delicti. Let's have a chat. Oh, chat or read. Body of the crime, sometimes literal, often figurative. The principle that must be proven to establish a crime has occurred, right? You can't without that, obviously. How do you know crime has taken place? Master Mal, I'm not interested in your clarifications, technical or otherwise, on matters of Latin or law. Oh, you don't like it when I'm condescending, right? If you wish to advocate on behalf of Brother Piero, I suggest shutting your mouth until I ask you a question. Ooh. Piero had reasons to resent the Baron, the loss of his work, the insistence on discussing the writings of the troublemaker from Wittenberg. Oh, you wouldn't call him by his name, would you? His name was Martin Luther. I'll say it. And as for his age and infirmity, I myself have read of many cases in which a man of modest strength succumbs to the temptations of the devil. Yeah, no, like I said, I've seen, you know, I've seen cases, you know, on TV shows, people in, you know, advanced age that managed to kill other men that were a lot younger than them. You know, they found the strength. Let's see. One sees by the devilish fever the poor sinner gains an infernal power that allows him to inflict grievous wounds, sometimes fatal. Yeah, yes, mate, it's called adrenaline and testosterone, even if someone's old. But adrenaline, when the adrenaline kicks in, your muscles... Yeah, come on. We all had a rush of adrenaline when you feel you could lift mountains, right? Although you can strain something and, you know, mess up a body part in the process, that's something for future you to handle. But in that moment, you feel that strength. Anyway, what am I saying is, in spite of the curious circumstances, Brother Piero is the most plausible perpetrator of this most vile. I understand that you are on friendly terms with Brother Piero. You also interacted with the Baron, both in town and the Abbey. Did you witness anything that suggests someone else could have murdered Baron Rothvogel? So I think earlier when I have that the two options, they probably they would have funneled me into this, right? I'm going to be cornered into a situation where I have to point a finger, and there we go. Oh man, I want to go with Martin, but I don't know. For me at the moment, I don't want to say anything about Lucky, because I didn't look into it that much. That will be just guesswork at this, you know, at this time. The devs put me in a pickle here, and I love it. I love it how they done it, you know. I don't think, regardless of how I would have done things, how much information I would gather, I don't think I would have ended up in a situation here with a lot more information and with a clear suspect. I think it's meant to be like this, you know, very elusive, the answer. But then again, how the devs portrayed Martin until now, he is an easy target, you know. Everything. It's just, oh, I hate this and I love it at the same time, man. I'm sorry, Ferenc. I'm gonna go with that. The Abbey's prior, Ferenc, was behaving suspiciously. Oh, the day the Baron arrived, he may have had a motive. That is an extraordinary claim, Andreas. The Abbot speaks highly of the Prior, and he oversees both you and Brother Piezo's work, does he not? Yes, but Prior Ferenc's role in the scriptorium has little bearing on his motive. An extraordinary claim requires extraordinary evidence for me to take it seriously. Why would I take the word of an artist over a respected officer of this abbey? I can provide evidence of Prior Ference's motive. Please do so, says Jacob. Oh, it doesn't matter which one I pick. I mean, this one is clearly more indicative of what he's done, you know, the second one, but I want to build up the case. Let's go with this one. On the day that the Baron arrived, I secretly observed Prior Ferns in the scriptorium. Was this an intentionally covert observation? No, I was working alone and had dropped something on the floor. The Prior did not know I was there. Very well, continue. He wrote a note, a cipher, in a book. When I deciphered the note with the Volvel, it pointed me to a grave in the cemetery. This is already quite elaborate, Master Mother. How does it connect to the Prior's motive? I found buried in the grave a number of occult items, a knife, plate, a cup, all engraved with magical symbols. The earth had been freshly turned, the Prior had buried them there the day of the Baron's arrival. While the possession of these items is indeed troublesome, I still don't see a connection between Prior Ferenc and the Baron. Now we're coming to the... yeah. It's other than the coincidence of the Baron's arrival and the burial of the objects. Now, do you have any other evidence against the Prior? Yes, I do. Baron Rotvogel and Prior Ferenc were exchanging letters about performing a magical ritual during the Baron's visit. You have proof of this? Oh, wow. I have a letter the Prior wrote to the Baron. In it, the Prior mentions that he will not perform a ritual for the Baron even if the Baron does follow through on a threat to implicate him to Inquisitors in Innsbruck. An implication of necromancy is a serious matter. The Prior's position would have been in peril, possibly even his life. That's what I mean. Yep. And how do you believe Prior Ferenc would have killed the Baron? I pray you will not say it was a magical ritual. I found a silver rod that belongs to Prior Ferenc. It has dried blood on it. A silver rod? Likely a magical tool of some sort, but it is of a size and weight appropriate for the head wound that the Baron received. How did you come to possess this item? Ooh. I found it among the other occult items in the sack. I'm gonna go with this one. I see. Thank you. Is there anything else to say about the Prior? No, Your Reverence. Very well, says Jacob. Who else may have wanted to see the Baron dead? Ooh. A local thief, Martin Bauer. Yes, his name has come up in my inquiries. My understanding is that he absconded with some of the Baron's valuables. Arnold? Arnold. Yes, Your Reverence. A silver ring, a gold ring, 12 gulden, 10 groschen, and a book intended as a gift for the Abbey. Thank you. It's my understanding that this boy was known as a thief, but also as a coward, and that the theft was from the Abbey's guest house after the Baron has already left it. See, so if you don't have pretty clear evidence, you will reboot what you're saying straight away. Even so, it's still possible that he could have committed the murder, Your Reverence. Yes, it's possible, but very unlikely in my judgment. See, exactly what I expected. Oh, shit. So, he didn't say this for Ferenc. I'm not treating him as a serious suspect for the Baron's murder at this time. Who else may have wanted to see the Baron dead? Of course, if I mention Matilda, because she's in a lower position than Ferenc, I can see it, and a woman. I can see it, you know, being pinned on her, you know, because why not? It's how things worked back then, right? You were a woman, you were in a lower position than parents, you might get in trouble. Right, no. I don't know what to do, but I should... Yeah, I won't mention her. I won't mention her. Just because, you know, of what I just said earlier. She might really get into it. And I don't really think she's done it, although I am suspicious of the fact that the shovel disappeared. I should have had a, you know, a prompt for that to ask her, what is the shovel? What did you do with it? I can think of no one else who could have caused to harm the Baron, Your Reverence. Very well. Are you aware of anything else that might shed some light on this case? Has Brother Florian told you about the note he found in the Baron's clothing? Yes, Brother Florian explained how he came to find it and told me its contents. Master Adeljager has entered his testimony in our register. I don't understand the implication. Who is this, the innocent? It's not so clear to me either, Your Reverence. Do you believe the murderer wrote it? Whoever wrote it, he was a talented scribe. I understand Kirsau has two, the elderly brother Adok and the younger brother Guy. Ah. To be frank, Your Reverence, neither man has the skill to write in this way. There's something else about it too. The style is just different. It's unlike Edok and Guy's writing, unlike mine. Something about the way the first and second strokes meet on the A and G. Yes, well, whatever the particulars, it seems it will remain a mystery that stands apart from the commission of the murder. Unfortunately, there is more to tell. I found more notes. Notes written in the same hand, on the same type of parchment to those who had a motive to kill the Baron. That's deeply troubling, but again, beyond the bounds of my investigation. In any case, I thank you for bringing it to my attention. Of course, Your Reverence. Until next time. Oh, wow, that's what it. Until then, let's not piss him off. Ooh. Andreas, I didn't think you were coming to this. Oh no, says Peter. Andreas, I didn't think I was either. I suppose I wanted to see how it ends after all. Clara. It was the prior of the abbey, if you can believe it. Did you ever talk with him in the abbey, Andreas? Oh no. You missed the trial, Andreas. The Archdeacon read all of the charges and found him guilty, says Big Jorg. I work with him almost every day, Clara. I didn't know he had a murder in him. I'm gonna go with something a little bit more neutral in this case, you know? Oh. They want you to think they're so pious, but all they're here to do is slowly drain the life out of this town, says Peter. Of course he would say that. Clara, calm down, Peter. Eva. Oh, here comes the procession. Oh, no. Here comes Otto. Did I miss anything? He asks. Eva, no, you're fine. Otto. Andreas. Otto. Oh, man, I feel so freaking guilty, man. Agnus Dei, key trolls. I didn't do this. God knows it, even if... Oh, man. They're so fast. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Oh, poor guy. Oh, my God. Running like a chicken. Silence! Silence, says Arno. Oh, God. I order the executioner to carry out his duty. This is just horrible. I warn him peace and safe conduct, whatever may befall him. Andreas, you have to watch. You play the part in this. Take responsibility. My God, says Ferenc. Hold still, says Richard. No, no! Ooh. Oh. That was brutal. You have executed as judgment and law have required. For that I thank God and my master who has taught me such art. I don't know why the first dialogue went away so fast. I didn't press anything. Oh well. Man, I feel so bad about this. He doesn't look happy at all. At all, man. Oh man, these choices. I feel really guilty because I think this wasn't an impossible choice that was put in front of us, because I think all of the choices we have, right? All of the suspects. I don't think either of them did it, to be honest. And I feel responsible for actually killing an innocent man, to be honest. Even if it was to save Piero, it doesn't make it any sweeter, let's say. But maybe for the sake of role-playing, he's feeling guilty. He's not gonna admit it just yet, I think. You know, just like in real life, you need some time to process these things, I guess. And maybe we're gonna lash back at Gernot because he was a total asshole. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself. You turn a blind eye to his activities for years. Gernot, how dare you? Do you understand the pressure I am under to keep this abbey together? Does that mean you should ignore the fact that your prior studies black magic? Or that he killed a man? Oh shit, no, I'm not saying. I might be lashing out, but not like that, you know, because we know deep down that there's a big chance he didn't do it. Oh my God, no. Although expected, still, oh my God, we've been kicked out. So, Gernot, you're no longer welcome at Kirsau, Andreas Mahler. I will send your final payment to the Gärtners. May you have a long and successful career in Nuremberg, and may you never travel this way again. Oh my God. That's it, is this game over now for me? Because of my choices. Oh, that was it, Act 2. Separation. Piero, Andreas, has the time come for you to leave us? No. Wow. I did not expect this. Okay. Let's carry on. I'm very curious what's gonna happen. Is this the end of the game? I'm afraid so, brother Piero. This farewell will have to be brief. Father Gernot made it clear I was no longer welcome at Kirsau. I pray that time will soften Father Abbot's heart. I hope he eventually realizes you were only trying to help me. Such a beautiful soundtrack, though. I mean, the soundtrack in this game was top-notch from start till now. This is a sad parting, but inevitable. I had hoped you would stay a bit longer, said Piero. But the world needs you more than this, more than Kirsau does. You have grown beyond this old abbey and become a master in your own right. Did I? I spent more time, you know, prancing about playing Sherlock Holmes. I will miss you, my son. As I will you. Come, your masterpiece is complete. May I see it one last time before you go? When did I have time to do this? Please, I value your assessment. The opinion of one old monk matters little. All the same, I'm excited to see it finished at last. Let's see. Oh, wow. Piero, it is a masterpiece, truly worthy of the word. This is so beautiful. And he did put the people of Tassing into it, didn't he? That's Big York there. Oh my god, look at the birds. It's so beautiful. I recognize the one on the right, that's a nuthatch, and the one on the left might be a tit, maybe a coal tit. I'm not sure. So beautiful. And it appears you took my advice to heart. What advice was that? Oh yeah, look. There's more people from Tassing and even Andreas. Huh. To put yourself into the work. Not just to put another artist's work, but to transform it into something true. Yes, I remember they had that discussion. This shows the world as it is, as you have seen it, even if it's not what we may want to see. That's true, I totally agree with that one. Though it is not my place to say so, I am proud of you, Andreas. That was really beautiful. Oh, we have a note. No way. I can see this purple ink. A scrap of parchment, says Piero. I think I know what it is. Yes, do not return here. A warning. Of course, from the real killer, right? Because we just killed someone innocent. Curse you, devs! Whose hand is this? It doesn't look like Brother Edux or Brother Geese. Brother Florian and I found a similar note in the Baron's clothing. Yeah, someone was trying to manipulate him into going to the chapter house in the middle of the night. Well, they managed to do it, right? And I found more notes delivered to others while I was investigating. To all of us that were involved with the murder, right? All of them. It was my choice to be involved. So yeah, they must have been written by someone who knew the darkest secrets of the town and this abbey. They tugged at those secrets to kill the Baron, like someone pulling at threads that had been buried in the past. That's true. A frightening thought, but who would do such a thing? See, we don't know. I knew it, man. Freaking knew it. Because that blood on the rod was clearly Ferentz's, right? Because he eventually done the ritual probably for the Baron. He was too afraid to not do it, you know, being blackmailed and all that. So yeah, I wish I knew. Do not trouble yourselves overly about it. Your future lies outside of this wall, says Piero. I hope that you will have time to visit me once or twice in your travels before Lord takes me. I will come as often as I can. Assuming Father Gena doesn't forbid it. We must have faith that better days lie ahead for all of us, says Piero. God bless you, Andreas, mother. Thank you for your guidance. Until later. Oh, he turned back to watch him one more time. That was cute. No. Is that Andreas? It is. Caspar, are you alright, Master Andreas? What? Are you alright, Master Andreas? Says Caspar again. Yes, thank you. I was just remembering him, and of course that's gonna be Piero because there was no tombstone there earlier. Trying to, anyway, yeah. It doesn't come easily anymore. Well, you should have put him in your masterwork, right? Oh, would you like me to leave you alone? No, Caspar, it's not necessary. There's nothing to be done about it now. It's too late. Like so many things. Like not getting a man killed. Oh, it's Guy. Andreas Mahler, I never expected to see your face here again. Have you been in Nuremberg for the last, for these last 7 years? No, Nuremberg for a few years, but I received some lucrative commissions abroad. Oh, and we get to choose different background. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. So we have Poland. Andreas knows some Polish, bits of Czech and Hungarian, and can reference cultural touchstones from Krakow, Prague, and Buda. England. Andreas knows some English and can reference cultural touchstones from London and other parts of Britain. France. Andreas knows French and can reference cultural touchstones from Paris, Tours, and Dijon. And Aragon. Andreas knows some Spanish and bits of Arabic and can reference cultural touchstones from Barcelona and Valencia. It's France of Aragon. I'm gonna go with France. We're staying in, you know, Germany, France. Not wandering too far away. I spent a few years in France and Burgundy painting portraits and religious paintings for nobles and courtiers. Did you visit Provence? Asks he. Only briefly for a commission. Why? When King Louis expelled the Jews from the region some years ago, a number chose to convert and remain. So the king taxed them into misery. I wonder if the tax yet persisted. That's a weird tangent we're going on. Andreas, I have no idea. I'm surprised you care at all. Well, I'm not about to leap into a fire to save anyone, but I don't think it's right what's happening to them. That's a very weird tangent. In spite of your extensive travels and success, you're still not welcome at Kiev. And again, now we're jumping back. What's going on? The abbot hasn't forgotten what happened. 7 years isn't all that long. I simply wanted to pay my respects to an old friend. Surely you understand that. I understand why Father Abbot expelled you from the abbey. What were you expecting? A hero's welcome? Oh, well, I wouldn't mind. No. I didn't get... Well, we kind of did, so no. Fine, tell Father Gano I'll be staying at the Land House in town for a night or two before moving on. Land House... An inn or tavern usually owned and operated by a single family that serves travelers in rural areas, of course. And now the devs are really pushing into this. Of course, they put Ferenc there. Oh, man. Yeah. The Golden Hand. I'll tell him, but I can't imagine he'll care. Caspar, why is he so rude? God bless you. Now be off. Chapter 4, Revolution. Oh. So we are moving into... We're gonna find out a bit more about Martin Luther and maybe... Very interesting. I really thought for a second that the game ended because of my choices. So yeah. That monk seemed unhappy to see you, Master Andreas. Why is the abbot so angry with you? Toward the end of my stay in Tassing, there was a murder at Kiev Abbey, a nobleman. Father Gano panicked and accused my friend, Brother Piero, of committing the crime. Should I tell the truth? You know what? I will tell the truth. I helped convince the investigating archdeacon that another monk was responsible. Prior Ferenc. He was executed for the crime. Caspar, you got someone killed? It was that or let an innocent man die. Well, we're justifying our means. I don't think... Yeah, I'll go with a simple version. Yes. I had no idea you were involved in something so exciting. What? That's not exciting. Why didn't you mention it before? Well, I suppose it must have been a hard situation about if the abbot is still this mad at you. Accelerating? No chance, mate. I had to make some difficult choices. Maybe they were the wrong ones. I've had to live with that. Why did we come here if you're not welcome? Asked Caspar. I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Yeah. And to be honest, I'm not looking forward to returning to Nuremberg. What is that? This commission, it's an obscene vanity piece under the pretext of a religious scene. My patrons just want to celebrate themselves and their wealth. Oh, so Andrew's not happy about himself. I read each commission more than the last. Every step I take back home is agonizing. Oh. But Master, you're famous and rich. Your work is wonderful. Well, that's not all that matters, kiddo. When I saw your altarpiece in Nuremberg, I begged my father to help me become your apprentice. I don't understand how you could accomplish all that you have and be unhappy. Life isn't all about glory and money, kiddo. Oh, I'm not gonna put him down like that, you know. Very grim. I know. It must be hard to believe. I was once very much like you. Once I wanted this life so much that I consumed my every waking thought. Waking? Yeah. I don't know if I've... no. Let's do that again. I don't know if I've changed or what I wanted was never really real. Maybe I've been a fool this whole time. A life of disappointment. No, come on. Leave the kid be. I want life as an artist to be better for you, Caspar. Learn from my mistakes, alright? Alright, yes, Master Andreas. I shouldn't be burdening you with such dark thoughts, Caspar. Yeah, you shouldn't. Come, let's visit my old friend Klaus. It's been too long. As you like, Master Andreas. Let me check, because... Okay, it was 2 seconds, right. The game didn't say for like a very, very long time. And now I understand why they're using this, you know, mechanic. Right, this is where I'm gonna stop for the day. And oh my god, what a turn, what an expected turn, but still unexpected, if it makes sense. I think I understand a little bit what's going on here. I think we were never supposed to find the true murderer. I think so, you know. I'm not sure, although, because this game surprises me, you know, a lot, because I didn't expect this. I didn't expect for the time to pass, you know, this much ahead for 7 years to go. It was kind of predictable that we're gonna get kicked out, of course, if we manage to get someone killed like the prior, who was close to the abbot. But still, I have so many questions, and I bet everything here, like I said, was done on purpose, and masterfully so, if I may say so, right? I love it. I freaking love it. I love how the game makes me feel about my choices, you know? They have weight. Everything is there, you know? Very, very interesting. And I'm like very curious where this is going, because with many games in today's modern gaming landscape, you can see the plot from a while most of the time, you know, where it's gonna go, how it's gonna pan out in front of you, what's gonna happen in the end. But this, oh yes, I'm gonna like this. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thank you for sticking about, and man, I can't wait to play this some more. Until next time, bye.